And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Like 20.
Heavy on the edges. Motion.
26, Mike. 26, Mike.
First carry for Nick Chubb. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Goff. And his throw is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Tiger. 26, Mike. 26.
Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs, because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Check green 90. Back 180. Red Delta.
Here we go. Switch.
First carry for James Conner. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back. Check 26.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Set. Block 15.
Check 53. Pick me up. Here we go. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Kill, kill, kill. Check 9, check 9. Slam, slam, slam.
Behind.
On third down, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Set. 180.
Blue down, blue down.
Turbo set.
26 Mike, 26 Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't
Turbo set.
On first down, it's gone. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
180.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Set.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
You think you won't get that?
Hey, 5.
26
Set.
On second and inches, Goff gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run with Chubb, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Goff now looks to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad, and make the changes that you need to.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rivers to throw it. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake here, Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
76. 76.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Hey, box drop.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. I got you, son.
Louis.
Now it's gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
That's the pass. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Night, sweetheart.
Here's Goff. He's going to look deep down the field. But he's into the clear. 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 70 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Goff now to throw. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On play action, Rivers. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again here, Rivers. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. A huge play there on the screen pass. 52 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. Goff. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Eat. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
5.
On first down, gone. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Taylor. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Goff now looking to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
3 down. Hey, check.
Now Goff. Toward the pylon, caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room. Down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll get 5 on the dump off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
No. Check your hot read.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now's a quarter. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Christian Kirksey. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
And we'll remind you, coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. After the sack on 1st down, Rivers, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Lucky. Check 4. Shit.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. Still shedding. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And
the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after now from Catanzaro. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
Check 13. Check 13. Check 9.
From the 31, Rivers going top shot for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first. Now this from 43. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Try the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kickstarted things going in the opposite direction.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this is incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Red Delta! Greystone travel.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
White 89.
Throwing again. Rivers. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a 1st down. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Again, it's Connor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Watch the slats.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Gall. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Gall. Flushed out right, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Stephon Tuitt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And it would appear he's going to be short of a 1st down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Switzer on the return. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes are nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
He was covered by Denzel Ward.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he bangs it home. It makes it now 35-13 our score. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
28.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Here's Switzer. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near.
Under 10, under 10, 89.
Rivers on 1st down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Five down, stand up in.
To throw is gone. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, let's go.
Here's Goff. Well, he's going to go for it all. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And off the crossbar, no good. A sensational effort from that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay right where it is. Rivers now is hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rivers. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Myles Garrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Third and long for Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And it's taken in at the 9. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. all right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they will take a knee here. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Browns, they will indeed finish over 500 at 9-7. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile,